Have you ever caught your reflection in a shop window? Or looked at a photo from just 5 years ago and felt a quiet jolt of surprise? You might think, when did the volume get turned down? It's not about wrinkles or gray hair. It's something less tangible, a stillness where there used to be energy, a hesitation where there used to be spontaneity. The laughter is still there, but maybe it doesn't bubble up quite as often. It's a subtle shift, a gradual quieting of the spirit that so many people mistake for the inevitable price of aging. But what if the real reason for this fading vibrancy isn't the number of candles on your birthday cake? What if the slow retreat from joy we see in so many older adults isn't caused by chronic illness or major life events, but by something almost nobody talks about? Something that we've been culturally conditioned to pack away once we reach a certain age. I'm not here to offer you another fitness routine or a new superfood. After years of working closely with individuals navigating their 60s, 70s, and beyond, I've seen a pattern that doctors rarely address and that society actively ignores. The true decline doesn't start in your knees or your cardiovascular system. It begins the moment you accept the narrative that your body is no longer a place for pleasure. The moment you stop honoring the deep, vital human need for sensation, touch, and intimacy. We live in a world that celebrates youth and often renders older bodies invisible, especially when it comes to sensuality. We are handed a silent script that says, "That part of your life is over. Be quiet. Be sensible." But here's the radical truth. Your need for physical connection and pleasure is not an appendix to be removed when you hit 60. It is a vital organ. It is essential to your well-being. And when you reconnect with it, something profound happens. The lights turn back on. You sleep better. The mental fog lifts. You feel grounded, connected, and yes, happier. This isn't woo-woo philosophy. It's neuroscience and endocrinology. It's your body rewarding you for honoring its design. So, stay right here. In the next few minutes, we're going to dismantle the myths that have been robbing seniors of their vitality. I'm going to share a hidden pathway back to a richer, more vibrant existence. The kind of life where you aren't just enduring your later years, but savoring them. And by the end of this video, I'll introduce a gentle, powerful approach that has helped countless older adults reignite a spark they were convinced had burned out forever. It's private, it's simple, and it could redefine how you feel every single day. But first, if you feel a quiet yes rising in your chest right now, help us share this essential conversation. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and join a community that refuses to become invisible. And let's make a declaration together. Go to the comments right now and type these 5 words. I reclaim my sensory life. Your courage might be the permission slip someone else desperately needs. Now, settle in. Get comfortable. This isn't a lecture. It's an invitation. An invitation to come home to yourself. Are you ready? Let's begin. 1. The unspoken withdrawal, the cost of sensory starvation. Think about how the world starts treating you differently after a certain age. The compliments change from "you look vibrant" to "you look good for your age." The advertisements show seniors gardening or taking medication, but rarely flirting, dancing, or experiencing profound physical joy. Little by little, life can start to feel muted. You might find yourself less interested in new experiences, more inclined to stay home, feeling a generalized ache of loneliness, even when you're surrounded by people. We often blame this on getting older, but this isn't aging. This is sensory starvation. I've spoken with so many men and women who, in their later years, feel like they are living slightly outside of their own skin. They are cared for medically, but they are untouched emotionally and physically. They have disconnected from the language of their own bodies. Our culture has done a masterful job of desexualizing the aging body. We are told, implicitly and sometimes explicitly, that sensuality and pleasure are the domain of the young and the firm. That for seniors, desire is either non-existent or embarrassing. This is a profound lie, and it has devastating consequences. When we accept this lie, we start a process of withdrawal. We stop prioritizing touch. We stop acknowledging our own desires. We start treating our bodies like fragile machines that need maintenance, rather than living, feeling organisms that need nourishment. And your biology notices. When the pathways of pleasure are ignored, they don't just sit dormant. They atrophy. Blood flow, which is vital for tissue health and cognitive function, becomes less dynamic. The production of essential hormones like oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and endorphins, our natural pain relievers and mood elevators, drops significantly. This isn't just about missing out on pleasure. This lack of sensory engagement translates directly into higher stress levels, poorer sleep quality, increased inflammation, and a pervasive sense of disconnection or depression. It's like trying to run a house with half the electricity turned off. You can survive, but you certainly can't thrive. Your doctors check your cholesterol and your bone density. But who asks if you feel alive in your own skin? Who asks if you feel warmth, connection, or joy? Let me be very clear. The desire for pleasure, touch, and physical sensation is a biological imperative. It is a fundamental sign of life. It is not inappropriate, it is not frivolous, and it does not have an expiration date. The good news is that this connection is resilient. It hasn't vanished, it's just waiting to be acknowledged. Waiting for you to decide that you deserve to feel the full spectrum of human experience. And in the next section, we're going to talk about the most accessible, powerful way to restart that connection. The biological imperative. Why self-pleasure is vital health care. Let's talk about something that makes many people uncomfortable, but is absolutely crucial for healthy aging: masturbation. I know, it's a word often whispered, shrouded in shame or juvenile jokes. But I want you to set aside those old narratives for a moment and look at this through the lens of biology and wellness. After 60, many people, whether partnered or single, experience a decline in physical intimacy. It might be due to the loss of a spouse, physical changes, medication side effects, or simply falling out of the habit. And when that connection stops, we lose far more than just the act itself. We need to reframe how we view self-pleasure in our later years. It is not a substitute for partnership, nor is it a sign of desperation. It is fundamental self-care. It is, quite literally, preventative medicine. When you engage in regular self-pleasure, you are activating powerful physiological systems that protect your vitality. Here's what the science tells us. Regular stimulation increases blood flow. This isn't just about sexual function. Enhanced circulation delivers vital oxygen and nutrients to your brain, supporting cognitive health and memory. It keeps tissues elastic and healthy, which is especially crucial for women navigating postmenopausal changes. It's also a powerful hormonal regulator. The release of pleasure triggers a cascade of beneficial neurochemicals. Dopamine boosts your mood and motivation. Oxytocin reduces cortisol, the stress hormone that accelerates aging and inflammation. For men, it helps maintain healthy testosterone levels, crucial for energy and muscle mass. Think of it this way. If you stopped walking, your leg muscles would weaken. If you stop engaging your body's capacity for pleasure, those systems weaken too. This isn't about chasing the intensity you might have felt at 25. It's about maintenance. It's about keeping the pilot light on. The seniors I know who prioritize this connection to their bodies don't just look better, they feel better. They have more resilience. They manage stress more effectively. They maintain a sense of selfhood and agency that many others lose. They understand that their bodies, even with arthritis, slower metabolisms, or new limitations, are still instruments of joy. Just because your body has changed its rhythm doesn't mean the music has stopped. You might just need to listen more closely, move more gently, and honor the wisdom that comes with time. When you take private, intentional time to reconnect with your sensory self, you are sending a powerful message to your subconscious. I am still vibrant. I am still worthy of feeling good. That belief changes your biochemistry, and that changed biochemistry changes your life. 3. The 3 great lies that dim your light. If reconnecting with pleasure is so beneficial, why do so many seniors resist it? Because we have internalized cultural myths that act like barriers, stealing our vitality and keeping us feeling small and disconnected. To reclaim your vibrancy, you have to identify these lies and consciously reject them. Here are the 3 most damaging ones. Lie number 1. It's inappropriate at my age. This is the voice of societal judgment. It tells you that sensuality in older adults is somehow unseemly or embarrassing. We've been trained to believe that maturity means putting aside physical desire. The truth. Appropriateness is a social construct. Biological need is a reality. Your nervous system doesn't check your birth certificate before responding to pleasurable touch. Feeling good in your body is one of the most appropriate, life-affirming things you can do. Rejecting pleasure because of age is like refusing to eat delicious food because you think only young people deserve flavor. Lie number 2. My body isn't desirable anymore. This lie conflates pleasure with appearance. After decades of living, our bodies tell stories. They have scars, wrinkles, and softer edges. We compare the body we have now to the one we had then, and we feel ashamed or inadequate. The truth. Self-pleasure is not about being desirable to an imaginary audience. It is about feeling. Your skin is still capable of sensation. Your nerve endings are still alive. When you focus on how your body feels from the inside, rather than how it looks from the outside, you unlock a profound sense of connection and self-acceptance. Your body doesn't have to look like it used to in order to feel incredible. Lie number 3. This doesn't really affect my health. This is perhaps the most medically dangerous lie. We separate sexual health from real health. We think of blood pressure and cholesterol as vital, but intimacy and pleasure as optional bonuses. The truth. Your sensory and sexual health is the bedrock of your overall well-being. As we discussed, the connection to pleasure influences your immune system, your cardiovascular health, your sleep quality, and your mental resilience. Ignoring this aspect of your health is like ignoring an engine light on your dashboard. Vitality requires that all systems are engaged, including the systems of pleasure. These lies thrive in silence and shame, but the moment you call them out, they begin to crumble. You are appropriate, your body is worthy, and your pleasure matters deeply to your health. Now that we've cleared away the myths, let's talk about how to practically and gently invite this vitality back into your life. The Sensory Reawakening Protocol, a gentle path. Home, so you understand the importance, but maybe the idea of starting again feels daunting. Perhaps it's been years, or maybe your body feels different now. Forget performance. Forget expectation. This isn't about achieving a goal. It's about re-establishing a relationship with yourself. I've developed a 5-step approach called the Sensory Reawakening Protocol. It's designed specifically for the mature body, prioritizing mindfulness, gentleness, and safety. Step 1. Setting the sanctuary. This first step is crucial. Create an environment where you feel completely safe and undisturbed. This is your sacred time. Lock the door. Turn off your phone. Choose a time when you won't be rushed. Make the space comfortable. Adjust the temperature. Perhaps light a candle or play soft music. Have necessary aids nearby, like a high-quality lubricant, essential for comfort after 60, or supportive pillows. By preparing your space, you signal to your nervous system that it's safe to relax. Step 2. The gentle arrival. Before any physical touch, you must transition your mind. Sit or lie down comfortably. Close your eyes and simply breathe. Take 3 slow, deep breaths, inhaling calm and exhaling tension. Acknowledge any mental chatter or resistance without judgment. Allow your body to settle. You are simply arriving in the present moment. You cannot feel pleasure if you are tense or distracted. Step 3. Mapping the territory. This step is about non-demanding exploration. Begin touching your body with curiosity, not expectation. Start with areas that feel neutral. Your arms, your chest, your abdomen, your thighs. Notice the temperature of your skin, the texture. Use kindness in your touch. You are relearning the landscape of your own body. If you notice areas of numbness or disconnection, simply observe them with compassion. You are reminding your brain that this body is alive and worthy of attention. Step 4. Inviting the spark. Only when you feel relaxed and present, gently move toward more direct stimulation. Go slowly. The mature body often needs more time and a softer touch to respond. Focus entirely on the sensations, however subtle. If arousal flickers and fades, that's perfectly fine. There is no finish line. The goal is not orgasm. The goal is feeling. If you find yourself getting frustrated, pause, return to your breath, and come back to gentleness. Step 5. The afterglow. When you decide to finish, don't immediately jump up and return to your day. This integration is vital. Lie still for a few minutes. Place a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly. Feel the energy moving through your body. Offer gratitude to yourself for showing up. This practice solidifies the connection between the physical act and emotional well-being. This protocol is a practice, not a performance. It's about honoring the wisdom and the needs of the body you inhabit today. 5. Navigating the return journey. Patience over performance. It's important to be honest. Reawakening your connection to pleasure after a long absence isn't always easy. You will likely encounter bumps in the road, both physical and emotional. Knowing what to expect is the key to staying the course. Challenge 1. The ghost of expectations. The biggest trap is comparing your present experience to your past. You might remember the quick, intense responses of your youth and feel disappointed when your body now responds differently. The solution: embrace the new rhythm. Your body at 65 or 75 is not supposed to react like it did at 25. The pleasure you experience now may be slower, softer, more diffuse, but it can also be deeper and more profound. Success is not measured by intensity. It's measured by presence and connection. Celebrate the warmth, the subtle tingling, the simple feeling of being alive in your skin. Challenge 2. Physical hurdles. Aging brings changes. Dryness, joint stiffness, lower stamina, or perhaps medication side effects that interfere with arousal. These are real issues, but they are not roadblocks. The solution: adaptation and care. This is where lubricants, supportive pillows, or even sensory aids, vibrators, can be incredibly helpful tools. They are not crutches. They are adaptations that allow you to meet your body where it is. Be gentle. If one position is uncomfortable, find another. Listen to your body's limitations with respect, not resentment. Challenge 3. The inner critic. Even if you intellectually understand the benefits, deep-seated feelings of shame or silliness might surface. You might hear a voice saying, "What are you doing?" Act your age. The solution: compassionate inquiry. When that critic speaks up, don't fight it, but don't obey it either. Acknowledge it gently. I hear that old fear, but I am choosing vitality. Remember that caring for your sensory needs is one of the most mature, responsible things you can do for your health. The key to this journey is radical self-compassion and consistency. Don't give up if the first few attempts feel awkward or uneventful. You are rewiring neural pathways that have been dormant. It takes time. Show up for yourself with kindness, patience, and persistence, and your body will respond. You are worthy of feeling alive. We've traveled through some intimate territory today. We've challenged the silence and dismantled the myths that tell us to fade quietly into the background as we age. Remember this central truth: aging is not a process of subtraction. It is a process of distillation. You are becoming more essentially you, and that you is a being designed for connection, sensation, and joy. The greatest disservice you can do to yourself in this beautiful third chapter of life is to accept the narrative that your time for pleasure is over. By choosing to honor your body's needs, privately, gently, and respectfully, you are choosing vitality. You are choosing better sleep, clearer thinking, emotional resilience, and a deeper connection to the life force that still pulses within you. The vibrancy you seek isn't lost. It's been waiting patiently for you to reclaim it. So, start small. Be patient with your journey. But start. If today's message has ignited something within you, I encourage you to affirm it. Go to the comments one more time and write, "I reclaim my sensory life." Let's build a community that celebrates vitality at every age. If you found value in this conversation, please like this video and subscribe. It helps us reach more people who desperately need to hear this message of hope and empowerment. And if you feel moved to support this work directly, you can use the Super Thanks button below. Every bit helps us challenge the outdated narratives about aging. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I'll see you in the next video.